Okay, welcome in, everybody. I hope you guys are having a good day. Just cleansing the energy as we begin. So we're calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit. We're also calling upon our spiritual team of highest light and resonance. Welcome in, everybody coming into the chat. Oh, good. Outside with the puppy. I love it. I'm glad that you guys are having a good day, that you're getting outside, that you're doing something other than just staying on technology. Even though technology is so great and wonderful, we are so blessed to be able to have it at our disposal, or our disposal, I should say, not disposable. Okay, so we're asking also that Jesus Christ come in for this reading. And then, if there's any messages that Christ has for us on how to deal with certain situations and people, we're always open to receiving that. We're also asking that the archangels and our spiritual team of highest light and resonance please block out anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective, and the highest knowledge. Okay, so that we can all progress together and move through these shifts that are coming about. So, by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes copywriting, gatekeeping, no evil eyes, no shadow banning, no energy harvesting, that type of stuff. Okay, so if you guys have any personal questions, I have pinned my PayPal link and I have also added my Cash App link into the chat. You can send me a $20 donation, and once I've confirmed that, I'll pause the collective reading and use a different deck to answer your cards. So that's the way that I'm making myself available to those who need my help and who need assistance but don't want to spend an arm and a leg to get a personal reading. Okay. But I am reading the collective energy. So basically the message that I got for this reading is that, and make sure you guys like the video. That's super important that you tap that notification bell and share this content so that these messages can get out to others. So basically, you're dealing with somebody that's in the energy of the pride goes before the fall. Like, this person's extremely hubris. And I'm going to look up the definition of hubris because I want to say it's like prideful and arrogance mixed together. But let's see what Google says. Hubris is also a astrological body. It's like a star or a planet or something. Excessive pride or self-confidence. Yeah. So in the Greek, because the Greeks named the astrological bodies that they would see in the sky after the gods, that's why hubris is like a deity. It says excessive pride towards or defiance of the gods leading to retribution or nemesis. Nemesis is also a planet or an astrological body. I don't know what to call it. But yeah, so it is prideful. So this person's very much stuck in their pride and their ego. These two popped out. I'm going to use the numbers. We got the energy of the number 4 coming out, which just shows me that this person that you're dealing with or that we're going to be talking about today, they were trying to do something to your foundation. This person is very confused. They're very doubtful. They're in denial, indecision, scarcity, lack, limbo. And this person's in some type of purgatory, like literally, not a metaphor. They literally have lowered their vibration to some type of purgatory. Now, this person they were smiling in your face while stabbing you in the back. They were creating a lot of smoke and mirrors, a lot of illusions. They're very delusional. They were projecting a lot of energy, a lot of negative energy. They were also deflecting any type of like shadow work, and they were trying to mirror your energy, and they were reflecting things at you. So those are the 2 cards that came out. We're going to get 2 more from this deck and see what else Spirit has to say about them. And we're not just talking bad about them. That's not the purpose of these readings. The purpose of these readings is so that we can learn practical ways to deal with people and situations that are out of our control. Because you can't do anything to change this person's pride or their ego or their hubris. All you can do is be an example for yourself and for others to follow, right? By doing the right thing and leading by example. Somebody wants you to get tired of cleansing, tired of praying, tired of having to do spiritual work so that their projections will stick to you. It's ridiculous. This is somebody who's either going through a court case or they're having court issues. They're being legally restrained. There could be an arrest that occurs with this person. They were trying to have you arrested. I did pick that up and I was like, why are they doing this? That's crazy. They could have a search warrant out for their arrest, literally bond and bounties, documents, and evidence. So this person was trying to collect some type of evidence against you to be able to restrain you legally. And I think that this is from sharing your gifts with the world. This person's just really envious and they're being seen as being very hubris, because coming for somebody like this, trying to cause confusion in a court case or in a legal proceeding, that's not okay. This person needs to get over themselves. Their ego is like super inflated. You're definitely dealing with somebody that doesn't want to listen, like to wise counsel, to anything. They just don't listen. And not a good trait to have. Look, at this person's been trying to create a spiritual injustice, unjustified karma, karmic debt, hidden secret, spiritual enemies. This person's been trying to do something in secret against you. And they despise me personally. I get that this person hates me personally because I keep exposing what they're doing. And I keep exposing what they're doing, not only to me, but what they try to do to other people as well. And so they hate me for that. That's okay. People can hate me. They don't have to like me. I mean, I'm not forcing anybody's love here. So it's like this person can feel however they need to feel. But at the end of the day, I'm going to do my job and make sure that you guys are informed about this person. You know, they could be a content creator, another tarot card reader, a spiritual practitioner, a psychic, or a fortune teller. And they're very intimidated by you and your gifts. Straight up. Very intimidated. This could be somebody that's on YouTube or on TikTok. I don't know how they came across you, and like this person is trying to get people to stop giving to you. They don't want you to receive donations. This person is saying that you have abilities and you don't. How the fuck would this person that has no gifts whatsoever know what your abilities are? And they claim to be a tarot reader, but they literally are using illusions, projections, and they're trying to confuse people. And not only that, this person has confused people about very serious things. This is not they gave a message wrong. No, this person is intentionally trying to cause confusion in others, which is very frowned upon by the spiritual realm, okay? Especially when God is trying to awaken everybody at this time to enter into that higher energy of Christ consciousness. This person is like literally going against what God has willed for your life. This person could just be, they're very hubris, they're very prideful, very arrogant, very cocky. This person's, I don't know why that nobody has put this person in their place yet, but they may be about to go to jail or about to go to the mental institution. They're very vexed. They're afraid that you're going to take this is what I don't understand with these competitive tarot readers and content creators. There is enough to go around. There's like a billion people on fucking YouTube. Like there is seriously enough to go around. I don't feel like anybody is taking any people away from me and vice versa. I don't believe I'm taking anybody away from them, but you're dealing with somebody that actually believes that your healing is going to take people away from them being able to, do something to other people. And they've been doing some type of witchcraft behind the scenes. It says this person's scared. They're intimidated by you. They're also paranoid because of all the witchcraft they do. They're haunted. They're guilty. They're in the energy of lunacy with all this moon magic. And they're in the energy of absolution, which we're going to look that word up again. Surprised that I wrote that one down. Formal release from guilt, obligation, or punishment. This person is expecting to be released from having to be held accountable for trying to do a spiritual injustice with negative, unjustified karma against somebody that was innocent. Make sure you guys like the video as you come in. So yeah, they're wanting absolution to just, and this person has also stolen your identity or something. They want absolution for all of this shit that they've done. They're not getting it. They're freaking guilty. And maybe this person's like an informant or a snitch or something. They're guilty. Okay. Like, I don't know what else to say. How many innocent people have to be put in jail for this snitch to go on committing crimes? Like, seriously, cops, come the fuck on with this shit. Stop working with snitches. I mean, like, literally, you cannot trust a snitch. I don't know what in the hell people are thinking. What is wrong with them? I wish that the police would allow me to create an intuitive class that all of them have to take so they can use their freaking intuition, and a lot of lives would be saved over that, over them just using their intuition and being taught how to do that. But literally, I hope to God that some of these cops have intuition, because they don't want to get on the wrong side of karma by following up this karmic's bullshit, thinking that they're telling the truth when they're completely lying about other people. And I don't care who this person is to you. If they're an ex-friend, an ex-lover, I don't care who they are. That doesn't matter. Who they used to be doesn't matter. What this person is doing now does not excuse their behavior. And they're literally they're falling. They've fallen down. This person is like, has to be sent to a mental institution or to prison. That is the only, because like when I say that there are higher forces, your last post today calls for intuition. Good. Thank you so much for doing that. Seriously, the world needs it. Literally, this person trying to push their negative, unjustified karma. What I consider negative, unjustified karma is it's karma that you never planned to have to go through before coming into this life. Now, we have karmic agreements with lovers, with parents, with siblings, with friends. A lot of the time, we'll have a karmic contract with them that at a certain time we'll meet up with each other and then go through a certain experience. That's justified karma because it was pre. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Seriously. Like, this is like premeditated shit. You know what I'm saying? This is not just like on the random drop of a dime. This is well thought out illusions. So this person was definitely trying to create a picture about you that would get you in trouble, and it's got them being looked at. Like, this person has escaped and evaded justice so many times, and I'm thinking that they're a part of MK Ultra or some other type of weird cult or experiment. Because why would the justice system allow this person to mess over so many innocent people? And the justice system, they are responsible for the karma that comes through what they're doing. Like, that's why people in the justice system sometimes get really messed up. Their lives get screwed up, and it's because they put an innocent person in prison, and they don't want to take the time necessary to look into evidence and actually make sure that it's that person did the crime. They just want to appease the public when a crime's committed, and they want to make sure that they find the person that did it. But again, if they're not going to hold this karmic's if they're not going to, like, you did not plan to go through this shit with this person. Not in this lifetime. They did this unwarranted. It was not a predetermined contract to encounter them and have to fight this spiritual battle with them. Okay. This is all off of their own hubris, which is why hubris is so dangerous, because it's like literally the pride goes before the fall. This person's very prideful. They're still, even though they've been reprimanded and told that they can't do anything to you, like at least not when it comes to stopping you from being a content creator, a healer, a practitioner, a fortune teller, a psychic, a shaman, whatever. Like, they can't stop that. Okay. Everybody can do what they want legally with their lives. Okay. This person is the type of person that has people in the background pushing buttons on their platform so that they get a lot more views and stuff. But it's not, for some reason, I'm getting that it's not real views. It's not like actual people watching their content, which is weird. Like, I don't know what other types of, maybe it's bots or something. I don't know. It seems like this person is being pushed up. They're trying to create a major spiritual injustice to happen, and they want the the court to be involved. And this is only because they're guilty. They're afraid of you. They're intimidated. They're paranoid. I love you guys. I think you guys have great energy and you've got beautiful spirits and your intentions are good. I don't get where this fear and paranoia is coming from. This is literally this person's delusion. And it's part of them knowing that they're fake and that you're not. Maybe that's what it could be. But this person is very vexed that they haven't been able to stop you yet. I'm not even kidding. This person is so freaking weak. Their behavior is putting them in a situation that could get them locked up, like either in a mental institution or in a jail. This person is seriously putting themselves in bad situations, trying to come for you. They're putting their own life at risk. So again, some people are just divinely protected, and other people that are spiritual need to get over that. This is the type of person that calls Father God their father. And it's not to say that God is not the father and mother of us or anything like that, but this person is pretending to have a real relationship with God. But behind the scenes, they go doing things in the broom closet, in the witch closet. And there's nothing wrong with being a witch if you're using your abilities to help and heal other people or to create abundance or whatever, as long as it's not at the cost of somebody else's life, then there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I encourage you to do magic with the Most High God. It'll turn out the best you could ever dream of, even better than what you could dream of. But this person's tried to seriously pin you with some type of court case, court issue. I mean, they've tried to, nothing has come to you about this because this person is getting in trouble, basically, is what I want to say. They're being seen as like going overboard. Okay. All of these documents that they tried to pull up, people know when shit is doctored. When I say doctored, it's not going to the doctor. It's when somebody creates a document and it's a false document. And they're just using Microsoft Word and trying to follow a pattern or whatever. This person has also made false reports against you and has said that they literally saw you with their own eyes, you doing something that you didn't do. Okay. And so that's another reason that this person was a snitch. They were being listened to by the police, and they were causing a lot of confusion, a lot of doubts, denial, and decision, scarcity, lack, limbo, and purgatory for these cops. And this is why I tell the police, stop working with snitches, because the reason that these snitches get away with committing crimes their entire life while throwing innocent people under the bus, or people who really should just be getting a slap on the wrist because they haven't done a whole lot bad. It's because you got these karmic energies doing witchcraft on the cops. They're putting them in confusion spells, doubts, using the moon. The moon can be used for confusion, paranoia, lunacy, all of that. Like, they're literally causing turmoil in these police officers' lives, that these cops, because they're not spiritual, they don't know anything about it. They don't know how to get rid of this smoke and mirrors illusion. In fact, they have to follow up whatever this idiot says. And literally when they do, they find things that were planted by this person, that they know everything that this person has accused you of, they do. Every single thing they've accused you of, whatever this is, they do it themselves. So again, that's the type of people that cops are dealing with when they work with snitches. It would be much more beneficial and smarter for them to work with psychics and intuitives rather than snitches. Okay. Like, seriously, they would actually solve crimes if they worked with intuitive people. But because they continue to go to these snitches and give them pass after pass after pass. I mean, how many times are you going to give somebody a pass on literally stealing somebody's identity and trying to put them in a grave? Like, you can't continue to allow these crimes to be committed by this person. The police need to understand that if they don't do their job, somebody else from a higher part of the government will come in and do their job for them. And they don't want that, because then they'll get fired. Maybe some of them don't care about their careers, but I guarantee the majority of them do care about their careers, and they want to be able to hold on to the authority and power that they have. Okay. And they don't want to lose it. But coming up against the wrong person can cause a cop to lose their job, and essentially lose their life depending on how big of a spiritual injustice that they've caused. You know what I mean? And this person that we're talking about today has put a lot of people that were innocent in jail through being a snitch. And this is why police officers, you cannot trust. You cannot be fucking serious with this shit. You cannot be serious about trusting smoke and mirrors, illusions and delusions of another person that's a snitch. I'm sorry. I don't care what information or evidence that they have for you. You can find it another way, like by using your own intuition. If these cops would use their own intuition, they would have put this person in their place a long time ago and put them in jail or a mental institution. Like I said, this person needs both, because they're still running around even after they got caught up lying on you. This person and making false reports, they're still running around like being hubris. And that's why I said hubris. Like they're still running around being very, very foolish, very, very hubris. They want your luck, your fortune, your wealth, your luxury, your fate, your destiny, and they want your divine timing. This person is vexed because you have a beautiful fate, a beautiful destiny. You have wealth coming from God. You know what I mean? This person is just super upset. And again, like, this is why you have to be careful of who you let read your energy, because some people, when they read other people's energy, they'll be harvesting off of them. And maybe they know they're doing this and maybe they don't know they're doing this. But, you know, I can read anybody else's energy from going within myself. I don't have to tap into their personal energy. And in fact, it's better for me not to do it that way and to just read it through my gift. Because when I try to tap into somebody else's energy, usually they have a demon or something that makes me sick for a few days. So like literally, I've learned how to, and then I just don't, if somebody's not present to give me permission to tap into whatever situation's going on, I just don't do it. So like literally, you're dealing with somebody that creates content. They try to copy the things that you say and that you produce. And then they literally go and they create this content and they have to have somebody pushing a button on them to get views and stuff. Like they don't have a natural, like they don't have a soul tribe. It's because this person's divine life purpose is not to be a content tarot reader, spiritual practitioner, psychic, fortune teller. It's just not, or a shaman. Yeah, this person literally, like, they're not a family member, but this person has done multiple things. What I'm seeing with this mother, father, sister, brother, they have done multiple things to their own family members to get them put in jail. This is what, like, this person also could have been saying that you're like an unfit parent or like, no, literally no. This person's done witchcraft on their own bloodline. Like literally, they've attacked their own family member. That's crazy. Over a family member having something that they don't have. Welcome in, Rock On Baby. I hope you're having a good day. So yeah, you're dealing with somebody that has caused a lot of confusion. They've caused a spiritual injustice. They're very vexed. They're very scared of you, very intimidated. They could have been like literally trained by a family member how to do this witchcraft, but then they did the witchcraft that they were trained by this family member on their own family members. This is somebody that doesn't have an inheritance for some reason, and they keep coming for people that do. And they want, fate, destiny, divine timing, luxury, wealth, fortune, and luck, but they don't want to do anything to get in alignment with that. Earth sign energy. This person could be an earth sign, or you could be an earth sign, or they could be attacking you where your earth sign energy is. Earth signs are Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And they're usually very grounded people, very hardworking people, very financially successful people. Okay. Yeah. Very, what I want to say, I was going to say meditative, but they're very, very hardworking, like energies. Earth signs are very grounded, usually very stable. So this person, I don't think that they're an earth sign. I think that they're trying to pick on you where your earth sign placement is at, because they want your work ethic. They want your hard work. The fact that you keep showing up for yourself every day, they want that for themselves. But this person only shows up for themselves when they feel like they can get something. They don't actually love themselves authentically. Okay. So we have Tamatiel, Arachiel, Mangoriel, Becariel, Eremiel, Thecloriel, and Dario. These are angels that are not listed in the Bible, but they're very protective forces, those names that I just read out loud. You have forces that are watching over every aspect of your birth chart and your life. So that was very naive of this person to think that they were going to get past your angelic team. And yeah, like not all angels are listed in the Ars Notoria, which King Solomon made the Ars Goetia, which covers the demonic realm, spiritual realm. And then he made the Ars Notoria, which covers the angel realm. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to see you here, Sunrise Jesus. So yeah, definitely this person outsources to a lot of lower, I want to call them like maybe deities or something. Yeah, they're going to like Baron Samdi, things that are outside of their genealogy and I want to say outside of their, God, what is up with my brain? It's like this person is trying to block you from being able to think, to finish a sentence. They don't want you getting intuitive information. This person doesn't want me to read them, but they're coming out for a reason. It's like they're trying to receive some type of knowledge that is hidden within you, which is ironic. So they're not going to be able to get past these angels right here. Yeah, they've been trying to use, other forces like African, going outside of their heritage. That's what I want to say. They're going outside of their heritage, both spiritual and physical, to cause you tragedy, loss, sorrow, grief, pain, and a natural disaster, which I'm sure the earth appreciates from this person with the natural disaster crap. Literally, they want something to just come in and wipe you out so that there is no competition. This person doesn't realize that there is no competition. All of their views are from like paying somebody to like their content, which I don't know what to call that, but it's something really weird. And they've been trying to shut down your throat chakra. They don't want you expressing. This person does not want to be read. Their energy is just like, do not tell what I'm doing. And it's like, well, if God wants to reveal something to the collective, who am I to tell God that God's wrong? This person needs to understand that if they didn't want to be read, they shouldn't have done this shit. Then they wouldn't show up here in your energy. Had they not attacked you and tried to get you locked up and all this other dumb shit so that they can be a content creator or whatever, had they not done any of this, they wouldn't be in trouble for it. This person wants forgiveness, compassion, grace, humility, and now they want to be honest. This person's such a freaking liar. And they also beware of people that are like, oh, you're a light worker. You have to forgive me. You don't have to do shit. I'm going to tell you guys right now, the only one that you should be forgiving is yourself. Fuck other people. They're like, this person is not going to show any humility. They don't deserve grace. They don't deserve grace. They haven't repented. They're not even sorry. And they're only pretending to be honest now because they've been caught up for making false reports on you. They really thought that you were just going to be compassionate, show them grace, show them and be humble and forgive them. No, this person tried to defame your character. They deserve to be taken to court and sued and put in jail because they're never going to stop until somebody puts them in jail or puts them in the loony bin. Even when they go to the loony bin, this person still comes out of it haughty, with a haughty spirit, ready to attack you again. So it's like, no, okay. I don't care what type of mental illness they claim to have. Does that excuse and okay crimes to be committed? When I went to court and I told them about my mental illness and shit that I was going through, they didn't give a fuck. They're like, oh, that's too bad. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't care. And I didn't even do anything. like, other than cry, and somebody heard me cry and called the police on me, I didn't do shit to anybody. So, like, literally, this is the same type of energy of somebody wanting, when they never gave compassion or grace and were not humble, they want, they demand that out of you and everybody else. No, absolutely not. I mean, you obviously, you're humble and honest and grace and compassionate and you're forgiving, but you don't have, just because you're a light worker and a star seed and a chosen one, you don't have to forgive this person and excuse their behavior. Absolutely not. What you have to do is stand up for yourself. This person was seriously conspiring to commit an MTK, premeditated MTK. There is literal, like, documents and things on this person's phone of them being violent, having malice in their heart, aiding and abetting MTKers, unalivers. Okay. And they've been trying to make you sick, because if they feel like if you're sick, then you will not be able to create this content. How stupid they are. And they just were used to using witchcraft and whatever other nonsense to, attack people, and then get people to, over their words, because they're a snitch, like, literally get people to, be confused and make the wrong choice. This is a Judas, literally a Judas. Revenge. This person is doing this all because they want revenge. They're aggressive. They're weak-minded. They're ignorant, stubborn, prideful, and an arrogant bully. Fact. I'm going to write hubris next to prideful, because they is. And, like, literally, this is overkill. It's a little bit too severe for just this person being jealous and upset of your destiny and your life, for them to try to take it. Okay. And want revenge. You never did anything to this person for them to want revenge. They just want revenge because they're envious. That's it. They're not looked at by the public the way you are. People don't look at this person because they're not meant to be in the spotlight. Anybody that follows this person's advice will be led down a path of treachery. Like, they're going to be screwed over. And this person has a lot of people coming for them because of the shit advice that they give. This is the type of person that would tell you to go do a spell on someone or go talk to a demon. And there's nothing wrong with talking to demons if the Most High God is present. Demons can't do shit other than obey you and help you. But literally, this person is, like, giving out real bad advice that would hurt anybody. This person could have been a friend, an associate, a colleague, an acquaintance, somebody you partnered with, somebody you thought was you were in alliance with, and somebody that pretends to be a follower of you. And obviously they do. They're trying to copy your content, but whatever. They're definitely a follower. This person thinks that they're going to come in as a friend and trick you in some type of way. Trick you into giving up all of your fortune and your wealth and all of this goodness that's coming to you by getting the police involved. It's a harsh no. They were spinning some type of ridiculous web of lies surrounding you and your followers. This person would say that you were a cult leader. There is no evidence of that. This person is saying things that the police are waking up from this spell that they were under. Point blank, period. Education, college, externship, internship, students, and professors. This person, literally, you could have known them when you went to school. You could have got educated alongside them, or met them when you went into internship. Like, you could be in the energy of being a teacher, a professor, somebody that's going to help educate others. This person wants to be that person that has students and people that look up to them. But it's a no. Yeah. So you have gone through some type of transformation. You've transmutated the energy of this problem, and your angels have helped you do this. You're a very generous person. You're very generous with your birthright, and you're very charitable. Like, you use your gifts and abilities to help other people, and you don't have to do that. You know, you went through a rebirth, you were reborn, you healed, you repaired yourself, you completely transformed here. And this person is bent out of shape because they're not able to stop you from fulfilling your birthright. And they're not able to stop you from being generous with your birthright and sharing your gifts and talents with others. This person feels like they feel like all people that do what they do are competition. I do not perceive life to be that way. Okay. There are a lot of you that are able to do things like what I do, and I don't consider any of you guys competition. It's crazy. I know, a cult ruler, it's like, it does not make any sense. We just don't look at people like they're competition, because we know that there is no competition. It's like, only because this person's fake and they have to buy their followers or whatever, they're buying these likes. Like, I don't know how, but they're having somebody push a button on their platform. And this person is no longer able to push this button. They've been reprimanded for doing this to multiple people, literally pushing their shit up. Yeah, this person knows that you're an indigo, rainbow, crystal, empathic child, psychic child, and a magical child. They also know that if you have any children, they will also be those exact things, magical. So that's the information that they've gotten about you, is that you are a divine being, basically. Interesting. So we've got here Zaquam Hell Tree, Yanat Adayana, which is about the Garden of Eden, the Tree of Life, Yggdrasil, which is the Tree of Life, basically, the Tree of Death. So we have the Kabbalah, which has the Tree of Life, which in the upright has all of the archangels. Well, not all of the archangels, but it's got some of the archangels on it. When it's in the reverse, it's got, I would call them like archdemons on it. So there's a Tree of Life, a Tree of Death. We have Thor's Hammer and Stormbreaker. So literally, you have multiple things protecting you. This person is going to have to travel through, like, I've literally drawn in my book. Where is it? It's down here. I've drawn a lot of these things. They're like maps. Let's see. Like this one, map space and how to get to the heavenly bodies. Okay. This one is the Zaquam Hell Tree. You basically come in through the abyss, and then if you have a bridge to resurrection, you'll be able to go through this tree all the way into the top and get past all these realms that would basically suck you in if you're doing spiritual crimes. So yeah, I do a lot of like light language coding type stuff. And then but that's what those things are. They're from different traditions or religions, I guess I would say. So the thing is that this person doesn't have access to like Thor's Hammer, Stormbreaker, the tree of death. They don't really have access. Their spiritual knowledge is basically on how to copy other people. It's not how to ascend, right? Oh, thank you. So yeah, we're going to pull one card for past energy on situations. Let's see. Because I feel like this person has tried to put you through the ringer. They've tried to like literally create such a tumultuous situation for you to exist in online. This person could be paying people to gang stalk you or hack you. They're not going to have any type of success with this. Yeah, you're the hero, they're the villain, they're the opposition. You're here to be the companion. You're also here to be the teacher, the lover, the storyteller, and the ancestors are showing up. So as far as past energy, the ancestors are past energy. This person has offended more than just you. They've offended your ancestors. They could consider themselves to be some type of root worker. Literally, they use the evil eye, death spells, necromancy, graveyard magic, moon magic, destiny swap, and they are a practitioner behind the scenes. And the fact that they're not able to take you out of the energy of the hero, the companion, the teacher, the lover, the storyteller, and the ancestors is why they're upset. I just saw they were never your friend. They were trolling, literally. This is crazy. Remember when it said natural disaster? This person has tried to create a natural disaster. That is so offensive that is so freaking a tragedy, loss, sorrow, grief, pain, natural. That is so offensive to the earth. I'm not even kidding. Like these witches and warlocks that actually like welcome in Nurkarim and thank you so much, Fashionista, for your support. Literally, these people that like they try to cause natural disasters. They're summoning up elemental energies and binding them against their free will, like to do harm to other people. What happened to the Wiccan creed that said like harm done to none? These people don't follow anything like that. They were trying to cause some type of car accident. They were putting a roadblock in, obstacles. This person's in the dark night of the soul. They don't know what their real life purpose is. They've got a past life karmic contract and a trauma bond with you that they feel like is what's going to keep you guys connected to each other. No, it's not. Trauma bonding is like when you have the same wound as somebody else, and then they talk about that wound and they try to get you to share your perspective of it. And then they try to bond with you over that so that you trust them. And I'm not saying not to trust people, but just use your intuition. God put it on the inside of you for a reason. So don't ignore it. When you pick up that this person has literally tried, like they could have just recently gotten into a car accident, or they could be about to. All of these obstacles, they tried to put you in the energy of the dark night of the soul so that you wouldn't pursue your divine life path so that they could do it. Why can't both of you do it? There's enough people, like everybody has their own personal soul tribe, and there's enough people in this world. Make sure you guys like the video for all of us to have clients and customers and to help others. Like there seriously is. Like we all have our own ability to manifest and attract the right people, like a soul tribe, each and every one of us. I'm sure that this karmic ass person would attract in a lot of other karmics that would love to listen to their bad advice. You know, they don't need to try to compete with you for something that's not a competition. I don't see anything that we're doing here as a competition. You could have been having pinprick feelings, headaches, rashes, stabbing pains, anxiety, fear. There could be a voodoo doll or some type of sympathetic magic that was done. This person could have tried to literally do something like that to you. And you return that energy. Boom. With this evil eye crap, you return that back to sender. And this person is pissed. What witches and warlocks, why they don't want you to believe that magic is real, is basically because if you don't believe in it, it exists whether you believe in it or not, right? Oh, thank you, Nurkarim. Thank you for your compassion. Yeah, I'm sorry that they're still doing that, but I'll get past it. I mean, nothing lasts forever. This person literally thinks that you're going to stop doing what you're doing because they want you to. Like, that is crazy. We can't control other people, obviously. And who would want to? That would take too much time and energy. This person should be investing their energy into themselves. And they're very much stuck on the fact that you basically don't want to give up on yourself. They're stuck on that. They feel like that's offensive, you wanting to succeed in life, which is pretty weird to me. So let's see what else comes out about them so that you can know. Just this is like not to make anyone scared. You don't need to be afraid of this person. Like they're going to handle themselves, like literally. Banshees, Wraith, Boogeyman. This is, as I said, fear. You don't need to be like, you have more of a boogeyman energy protecting you and causing torment to this person. This person is being tormented by multiple spirits. And I do pick up the boogeyman, Slenderman, Grim Reapers, the demon Zozo. The demon Zozo is the one that if you use a Ouija board, that's the one that comes through and it F's people up really bad. If you don't know about it, you can definitely type in Demon Zozo in YouTube and it'll bring up multiple videos about people experiencing this demon. Then we have Bloody Mary and the Cenobites. We know who Bloody Mary is, obviously. But the Cenobites are from the series Hellraiser. They are the angels / demons and again, they're angels to some, demons to others. So this person has tried to seek after banshees, wraiths. I get the boogeyman, Slenderman. They've tried to use these energies to make you afraid. They were hoping that you would work with some type of Ouija board, or some type of do something to align with this energy so that it could attack you. But none of these things want to attack you. I can guarantee you that. Yeah, you definitely return this person's energy back to them and they're sick. You're an earth angel. You can't attach any of these energies to an earth angel. Set light worker, starseed, wise one, the chosen, and ascended masters. You also have ascended master energy coming through, which means this could be your lifetime to ascend, literally. Okay, what else do we need to know, Spirit? Yeah, this person was trying to use multiple different things. This is the thing that maybe you don't know about yourself. You have power over principalities. You have personal dignities. Okay, a dignity is like a superpower, basically. We're going to get a definition on that. Definition. So dignity is inherent God-given worth of every person rooted in being made in God's image. So that, like, that's a dignity. That's like a power, right? And the outward respectable conduct that reflects a strong moral character. That's what these dignities are. Let me just type one more thing in. So high-ranking angels or celestial beings, like angelic dignities is what I'm picking up for you. And it just basically means that you're a high-ranking angel or celestial being of great honor and authority. So then we have rights, which is your right to use your ability. You have certain rights, you have certain powers, you have certain ashe. Ashe is an African term for like your own personal power that each person has. Then you have crowns, which is your authority. You have thrones, which is a throne you sit on, and then authorities. And authorities could be over things that you're ruling over, things that your higher self has given to you. Okay, so the authorities, the angelic authorities, this is what I want you to know, is a rank of angels responsible for overseeing earthly governments, cosmic order, and restraining evil forces. You guys have that ability. And then we're going to look at thrones, angels. So, living wheels with many eyes, representing divine justice, wisdom, and God's presence. And Ashe is also spelled ASE. Most commonly refers to a Yoruba word, which is African, concept in West Africa and diaspora traditions, meaning the essential spiritual power / life force, authority, and command that makes things happen. Okay. So you have all of that. Like literally, you're a high-ranking earth angel. Seriously. So knowing what your powers, your rights, your authorities are is going to help you. And when we call for judgment and justice, it's not like we're trying to hurt and harm people. We just need another set of eyes to look at the situation, if that makes sense. This person has tried to betray you. They've put up a heart wall. They're brokenhearted. They've got a blocked chakra and they're a backstabber. And spirit wants you to know that they can't be trusted. They've tried to do something really bad. It failed though, like literally. Pull one card for the future energy on the situation. Wow. Okay. We have Alien Natu, Alien, Alienel, which these are extraterrestrial deities that are above all of the extraterrestrials. We have Olodumare, Bonque, which Olodumare is over the Orishas. It's like the source god, basically, that they have in the Yoruba culture. Bonque is over the Loa, which is over voodoo. Those are like the Santeria and voodoo source god energy. Then we have and again, I'm going to say this wrong, you'll have to forgive me, but Quetzalcoatl, you know, the rainbow serpent, the Aztec rainbow serpent that's got that really hard name to say. Then we have Jorgamunder, which is a snake from that creates an Ouroboros by biting its tail. And then we have Severus, which I'm getting that you have more Severus energy surrounding you, protecting you. This person did not know that you are a descendant of Alien, not to Alien, Alienel. And where they got the L part in all of the angels' name comes from Alienel. Ancient texts so for the future of this, all of these things that they've tried to do with all of this voodoo crap, this is going to be intervened on by these source gods of voodoo, basically. Yeah, this person was trying to use spiritual means to bully you, fight with you, argue with you, isolate you, try to blackmail you, entrap you, frame you, or set you up. And this was in the physical realm. This is why they're getting such a big blowback of karma. Because they should have never, ever, yeah, you guys are so powerful. They should have never, ever thought that this was a good idea. I don't attack people because I don't want to be attacked. I just literally, like when I, as a child, you know, I went to Catholic school, I learned treat others how you want to be treated. No, I'm not perfect, but I have tried to follow that saying because I do believe that what you send out, you will get back. And that's why I don't do stuff like this to other people, because I don't want it done to me. And I feel like the less that I do things like evil eye and shit to other people, the less it's going to be done to me. I truly do believe that. I just started smelling the most beautiful perfume. Wow, very floral. This person is a trickster. They're very mischievous. They're a miscreant, a joker, a clown, a fool, and they believe that they're very cunning. We're getting definition of the word miscreant. A person who behaves badly or in a way that breaks the law. Exactly. Clown. This person thinks that they're so cunning and so smart that they're going to put all your name all over. Like, this person doesn't even know how to spell your name right. They're literally an idiot. I just cut the deck on bearing false witness, white lies, false facts, making up stories, defamation of character. You have an actual, like, you could actually sue this person for the things that they have said about you. It says a witch, a warlock, a sorcerer, a wizard, a magical practitioner, and somebody that abuses shamanism. This person. They do not like being called a false prophet, but that's what they are. And there was something in one of the spiritual books that I've heard recently. It said a prophet that does not speak, that does not say what I command them to say. This might be from the Quran. And a prophet that speaks the names of other gods is a prophet that is put to death. Like, literally, that person is going off of that text, and they know that you're a legitimate chosen one. They know that. But they're going off of that text that as their reason to attack you, because they think everybody is a false prophet like them. They had better be very careful. This person's wearing a mask. They sold their soul to Satan, to the devil, whatever. They're idol worshipers, obviously. Demon worshipers, and they're trying to cloak their energy with this demonic shit. They think that nobody's going to be able to see that they're clearly working for Satan. I mean, that's freaking delusional. This person sends a lot of psychic attacks to you. Like, if you were to return this person's energy back to them, they might pass away from all of these attacks. They're trying to attack you right now. I can feel it. Like, it's so stupid. They were trying to do some type of love spell, love binding, love curse, love obsession, come back to me spell, breakup spell, love hex, separation, and they're a karmic lover. So this person was abusing sexuality, and they were trying to get you to fall in love with somebody that would take your life from you, like, literally. You could have felt like, why does my love life not seem to move forward? It's because this person will not stop. Like, they really believe that you're here to take something from them. Maybe because they come from another lifetime where they're a serious problem. They were a very big problem in this other lifetime. Yeah, this person feels because they're connected to some type of politics, rulers, they know the rules. This person doesn't know all the rules in the court. It says restriction, regulation, and proportion. This person is delusional. You can't attack somebody because of their political decision. And nobody's wrong for whatever they believe in politics. I mean, I don't like to talk about politics because it's just not, I don't know anything about politics really to talk about it like that. So I don't really like to talk about it. But, you know, this person wants to use anything against you. Literally. Just so desperate. They're really desperate to control their own life, and they want someone that wants to come towards you. They want to come back to them. This person could very well be a part of a Luciferianism, Thelema, which Thelema is the religion that Aleister Crowley created. I don't know who created Luciferianism. That's probably a good thing to ask, because there is a lot of it that goes on. Who created Luciferianism? Okay, I guess why I don't know about it is because it's not one person. It's many people that created it. Interesting. Then Scientology, Judaism, the Order of Set, Santeria, Voodoo, and Hoodoo. So this person subscribes to a lot of different practices that are, I don't want to call them destructive. Judaism is not destructive, but like, this person jumps from one practice to another. And that's one reason why they're not spiritually respected. This person literally has tried to get people in the military to come against you. I'm not even kidding. This person has contacted too many. We have military, Navy, Air Force, Special Forces, soldiers, veterans. You're dealing with someone that really likes to take advantage of people who don't have anything. It's crazy. They could have served in the military, but they don't have to. I mean, they know that you serve the army of God. They know that. It says pick a card from the angel numbers deck. Interesting. Angel numbers. Where are you, angel numbers? I used you. Oh, they're there. So we'll see what this, I wonder what this number is going to be, because seriously, if you see this number, you're going to understand that somebody is trying to tap into your energy without your consent. This dumb voodoo doll crap, like seriously, they thought they were going to get away with all of this stuff. That is funny. That is hilarious to me, how people just think that they can continue to do wrong to people and that nothing will ever come of it. 7777 perseverance, change of perspective, reflection, inner strength, wisdom, and enlightenment. There's a need for a change of perspective on whatever has taken over you now. If you want to succeed, you need to keep going down the road that you're on. Reach for the wisdom within, and then you'll know what the next step is. So literally, this person is trying to keep you from persevering against their witchcraft. And I can feel the anxiousness that this person has. They're really scared. They will be back. This person will literally be back. Whatever they've done, they're coming back. They want to come back into your life. It also says just apologize. Maybe, you know, this person needs to apologize to you. I would not even have any communication with them. This person has literally spun a false narrative, a false portrayal of you. This is a false prophet, a false mindset. It's over. Give up the false pursuit. Pull one for the present energy on the situation. All right, what are they doing presently that we need to know about? A scandal, a conspiracy, scheming, plotting, plot planning, and manipulation. That's what their present energy is towards you. Okay, so what do we need to know for the future? The force of light is with you. Revealing your truth threatens them all. Let your light shine. All you can do is continue to support yourself and let your light shine. These people, this person, I should say, because I don't think it's really a group of people. I think it's one person that keeps trying to get a group of people to come against you. This person wants you to self-sabotage, self-martyr yourself, self-sacrifice. They don't want you being having self-dedication, basically. They want you to give up on yourself. They don't want you saved. They don't want you delivering yourself from what they're doing. Obviously, you're not going to martyr yourself for this person. They're working with some type of coven, secret society, Illuminati, Order of Nine Angels. You have the Men in Black. These people are literal physical gatekeepers and physical archons. Yeah, this person will be finished. If you return their energy, all of their energy back to sender, it's going to go back times 10. It says reversing curse, black magic, backfire, towers, reversal of bad fortune, bad karma, blocking spell work. So their spell work moving forward here will be, your light will block it, literally. And you'll know when they're trying to tap into your energy. This person could have been trying to affect your neighbors, your community, your society, your environment, your city, area code, state, an organization or a group. They have some type of superiority complex, God complex, authority issues, and they abuse their power like on the daily. This is somebody that's a cyberbully, a snitch, which we talked about earlier, an op, a hacker, a false person, a bot, a drone, a spy. They could be working with like bot technology or something to come for you. Ridiculous. Okay, what do we need to know for the future? This person could be a part of, or you could have been a part of MK Ultra, MK Extra. MK Ultra is about mind control. MK Extra is about turning people into super soldiers. Ragnarok, which we know about that. And then Ragnarok's already happened. The Cryptids, Montauk Project Chair, Project Looking Glass. This person thinks that they're going to bully you through these ancient methods, and it's not going to happen. Pick a card from the What's the Tea Oracle. Wow, which I already had that out. What else do we need to know about this person? Identifying things. The more that you just shine and live as your true, authentic self, the more it cancels out this false narrative that they've created. Yeah, move in silence. Don't tell if you have a platform or you're working on creating downloads or codes for other people, don't tell anybody, move in silence, okay? Because that's the biggest thing that this person is pissed off about you about is that you move in silence. They're haunted, and they've tried to haunt you with memories, flashbacks, traumas, and side effects. And this karmic friends came out twice now. Can't fully trust them. They're in competition with you. And they're a groupie, which means that if you do have a channel or you do have something you're working on, they're watching like a groupie. They're pretending to be on your side while stabbing you in the back and trying to take you to court. I hope that this shit is not about me at all. I usually don't think that these readings are, but sometimes it's like, why does the situations all reflect themselves? It's crazy. This person, if they could, they would fight with you every day. This person never wins the fight because they're actually inaccurate. Okay, what else do they need to know before we go? Pick a card from the Twin Flame Oracle deck. This person doesn't have a twin flame. Wow. So maybe they've been trying to do a love spell on a twin flame that's actually yours. That's crazy. The 10 of Pentacles. So this is all because you have family, legacy, inheritance, foundation, and a higher commitment with God. Literally, the 10 of Pentacles. Like, that's what this is about. You having a place to live, a roof over your head, support coming in, donations, money from others being supported. That's crazy. This person could have a lot of stomach ulcers. Yeah, they are definitely from America. Okay, this person definitely is from America. They could have grown up in a different, like they could literally be off the grids, be on the back roads, be by the beach, suburban, city life, or country life. They could have come from one of those, or they could be looking at you with a jealous eye because you came from one of those ways of living. This person loves to play games. So prayer group, game players, Black widows, bisexual, homosexual, transsexual, transgender, heterosexual. This person's hiding who they truly are, and they're not honest about it. There's nothing wrong with any of those things except for obviously the Black widow part, but there's nothing wrong with that. With any of those things, it's okay, but it's not okay to try to deceive other people and lie to yourself and lie to others about it. Yeah, fire sign energy. This person could be a fire sign, or they could have fire sign highly aspect in their charts. We had earth and fire come out, and air sign. Interesting. So one of these people could be an air earth sign cusp, or they could be a fire sign. They're basically what they're trying to do is steal from you. They want to rob you, steal from you, theft. They're in debt. They're in poverty. They're very desperate, very money hungry, very, very greedy. That's what their overall thing is, to take you to court and steal from you. And this is not, no. They despise me because I am exposing what they're doing to you. Yeah, they want you to forget that they're an enemy. Like, how would you do that? You know that this person's a loser and an enemy. It says repressed, forgotten trauma, missing vital information, and seek guidance. This person has a lot of forgotten trauma. They're missing a vital piece of the information about you, and they need to literally stop before they get really hurt. Yeah, they just want your attention, a clout chaser, a copycat, coveting, and wanting to clone you. So obviously we know what they're into. They're very triggered at this time, very, very angry, very salty, very pressed, very pissed off, very vengeful, and very rage and wrathful. They're especially pissed off about me telling you about this person, but I'm not telling you anything you didn't already know about them. They've got a demonic entity, demonic force, demonic possession, demonic influence, or demonic attachment. And that's why they won't let it go. As to why won't they just let it go, that's why. They got something else fueling them. This person is being taken into spiritual court. They're on trial. It's judgment day. The Akashic records are speaking for themselves. Whatever spiritual contract you had with this person or spiritual vow, it's being broken. You could have tried to help in another lifetime. You tried to help this person out of their karma. You literally tried to help them become a better person, and they still tried to attack you like this. Pick a card from the Time Oracle deck. Let's see what's going up with time, because there was something about divine timing and this person wanting access to that, to your divine timeline. It's a big no. I don't think that they don't see what's coming for them. It's this cyber bully, snitch, op, hacker, false person. They don't see what's coming for them. With all of these gifts they say they have, why aren't they looking to see what's coming for them? You're getting a wish fulfilled, you guys. This person's watching you get your wishes fulfilled. Seriously, it says being spontaneous and taking risks pays off. Serendipity, destiny, and fate. Yeah, you're in alignment to receive your destiny, your fate. This person's not going to have a victory here. Not when it comes to you in your life. They might as well just give up. I mean, truly, that would be and they need to give up and then clean up their own karma. You're not going to be helping this person clean up their bullshit karma that they created. This person has a personal vendetta. Okay, they're a karmic entity, a karmic person. They have a mental illness. A narcissism should be considered a mental illness. What is the definition of a personal vendetta? A sustained desire for revenge or retribution against a person or group for past wrongs, often involving prolonged harm or a feud. That's what this person's on. They are a sociopath, a narcissist with a mental illness. And I mentioned them going in and out of the loony bin. And it's probably because of all this witchcraft that they do and messing people over. This person is some type of energetic vampire. They're a hitman, hitwoman. That's who they are to you. That's who they've made themselves. They've sold their soul to the devil. That came out twice. They also function from the 7 deadly sins, and they give into their vices. So this person's very weak. Yeah, you're protected from this person. Excalibur, the circle sword, blue flame, the will of God, ASTRAEA, and Archangel Michael, the sword of Solomon. You are freaking so protected. This person's an idiot. And I'm not trying to diss them or talk shit to them at all. Maybe a little bit, but like not really. That's just my observation of this type of behavior. Yeah, they definitely were contacting some type of police, cops, DEA, ATF, NASA, NSA, FBI, CIA. This person has brought your name to a lot of organizations that they shouldn't have done. Okay, what else do we need to be aware of, Spirit? Because I think we're going to shut this reading down in just a minute here. What do you want collective to be aware of? That this person is an ex-friend. They're either an ex-friend, an ex-lover, ex-wife, ex-husband, baby daddy, baby mama. They got drama. Okay, is there anything else you want us to be aware of? Yes. There's multiple timelines involved with this situation. That's why I said that there is another past lifetime that they're coming from, that they were, you know, they're trying to timeline jump into your timeline, and it's not working out for them. They can't uphold a high vibrational energy, which is one reason. Which is one reason that this is going to be very unsuccessful. Also, this person is definitely like, they're in North America. Okay. What was that fell? Oh, so what's the T oracle? So this person is definitely like in North America. Okay. I think in this other lifetime, you guys were on a different planet. They're upset because you have popularity, fame, admiration. You're sociable, you're getting rewarded, and you're being revered. So that's why they're super upset. They've been doing witchcraft, wishing against you, banishing, conflict spells, poverty spells, energy harvesting, vampirism, and they're a shapeshifter. And they are a criminal. They're committing crimes, fraud, identity theft, trafficking, felony, and scammers. Okay. So that's what this person is into. We have the Mongolian death worm. If you don't know about that, Genghis Khan used the Mongolian death worms to like take out other, what do you call it? Other armies, basically. And we have Cetus, which is a constellation. We have the Thunderbirds, Birdman, Yeti, Bigfoot, Children of the Night, Children of the Day. Which the Bigfoot Sasquatch energy is Children of the Night energy. This person is cheating, competing, lying, deceiving, hoodwinking. They've got bad intentions and they're going to be an imposter. They're going to try to deceive you in some type of way. This person could literally belong to some type of church member group where they're a Lutheran, a Baptist, a Protestant, an LDS saint, a Christian, or a Catholic. They say that they follow this religion, but they do not. Okay, is there anything else that they need to know before we go? Love yourself, self-love, self-care, self-made, self-created, authentic self, personal foundation. You have got a personal foundation already built here. Continue to love yourself. Do yoga, go for walks, spend some time outside, spend time with pets, dog, bird, cat, lizard, horse, rat, snake. Those are just animals, you know, you may want to think about spending some time with. Now we have water sign coming out. This person could have thought that you would be easy to sacrifice because of where water is in your chart. We're not in the age of Pisces anymore. We're in the age of Aquarius. This person's remote viewing, making a wish against you, and that's their current energy, is wanting to see into your life. So cleanse your space, clear your energy, cleanse your home, bless your property, do a spiritual bath, do a smudging ritual, do a releasing ritual. We have angels Zachariel, Zaphiel, Seraphiel, Jangoniel, Wariel, Turiel, and Arachiel coming through. More angels that are not listed in the Bible that are warrior angels. This person's been trying to affect your dream state. They don't want you getting downloads. They don't want you having prophetic dreams. They've been trying to cause insomnia, and they've been trying to cause reoccurring dreams with them. It's a no. Yeah, they're doing something also on the deep web, the dark web, the black market, hacking, and computer crimes. There's a lot of electronic evidence coming out against this person. The archetypes deck. We'll get one card from here, and then I'll let you guys go. Or I guess a couple more of those, and then I'll let you guys go. Okay, what do we need to know about this archetype energy? That you are the star born. You are meant to be a mentor. Okay, seriously, I cut the deck on that. You are star-born mentor. That's your purpose. Don't let anybody tell you that you don't know what your purpose is, or you don't know why you're here, and you don't know what you're doing. This person doesn't know what the F they're doing. The riddle, they've created some type of riddle surrounding you and your energy for people to have to literally think outside of the box to solve. The mirror, they're trying to mirror something back at you with the moon there. Again, we have a full moon coming up. They're trying to plant some dark seed so that something bad will grow in your life, something venomous. They're so pissed off that I am exposing this. It's crazy. This person wants a lover, but they don't realize that you are the lover. So they should stop. They should stop while they're ahead, before something comes for them. Because the amount of protective energies you have coming out in this reading show me that this person is overwhelmed, and they don't have protective energy. They have to do a spell for protection, and even that doesn't work. It won't work against these types of angels and beings. I can guarantee that. Okay, so what else? What would the Most High God do? Forgive this person and move on, most likely. Okay, is there anything else that we need to know about? I saw that they were never your friend. The Most High God, Source, Soul, Spirit, the Holy Spirit, divine intervention, and spirituality. You're going to have divine intervention when it comes to this person and this situation. So you don't need to be afraid. Just know that you did have somebody that, I mean, you do have somebody. They haven't stopped yet, but they're about to have a great fall. This person is going to freaking literally really regret doing all this stuff, but it's not going to be all at once. Like, their karma is going to come in like one thing at a time that they've done, and then they're going to get hit with it all at once. And when this happens, these people that they manipulated are going to turn on them and are going to, like, this person, they would maybe be safer if they would go to jail. If the court system would do the right thing and persecute this person, they would probably be safer, because the entities, the energies, and the people that this person's messed over, that are going to be coming for them, yeah, they're in danger right now. And them doing this to you, bearing false witness against you, lying about you, they're in danger for that. So keep moving forward, cleanse your energy, pray, meditate, go outside, do all of the things that you love to do in your life, and know that no matter who comes up against you, you're covered. You have that authority in the spirit and in the real world. You know, this person trying to dredge up a court case and court issues with you, with all this smoke and mirror illusions, this witchcraft shit, like, maybe it worked in the past on people, and maybe this person got away with doing this illegal stuff to other people, but I can guarantee you that this person will not be able to pull up a court case against you. And they're pissed off that I'm saying that, because that's their plan to extort money, was basically to get a court case against you. How are they going to persecute you for doing the same type of work that they do themselves? Make it make sense. This person could be saying that you're copying them. No, you're not. Your messages are authentic and real, and people resonate with them. This person's just jealous. And again, their hearsay and their lies and false narratives about you are not going to affect you. So we're going to get a couple of positive affirmation cards, and then I'll let you guys go, just so that we are reaffirming positivity when dealing with people like this. And reaffirming that we love ourselves, that we are loved. We're not giving up our destiny. We're not giving up our fate. We're not giving up on ourselves. We won't be breaking. We won't be stooping down to their level. Okay. I call upon my soul tribe family to enter my life now. I am the light of the world. God shines through me. That's all you have to do, is continue to be yourself. And shine that light. I ask that my source embody my soul and presence through myself as the Most High's personal vessel. I am the most beautiful soul that I have ever seen. And I clear, open, unblock, cleanse, balance, heal, and align all of my chakras right now in real time. When we're saying the word I in these statements, we're not talking about our little self, ASTRAEA. We're talking about the higher self, that expanded version of us that can do all of this stuff that I'm talking about just like that. Like, it's super easy. I honor the ancestors who walked and lived before me with an offering of gratitude and unconditional love. You don't have to give offerings to them like what this other person does. You just being thankful is enough. I alchemize myself with the sulfur mind, creating the sorcerer's stone, the elixir of life flowing up and down my spine. And I love myself more and more every day. I am the love that is higher. I call down justice and judgment, righteously calling towers for my enemies. I give thanks, gratitude, and appreciation to the earth beneath my feet, the sacred ground that I walk on. And I am the light of the resurrection ray. From death to life, from night to day, I resurrect myself. To the Most High God I pray. You guys are covered. Let's do one more. I block out all that is not good for me, and I focus my energy into creativity. So yeah, working on your creativity, working on loving yourself. Continue to eat healthy foods. Treat your body good. Drink water, all that good stuff. Yeah, the Sorcerer's Stone, like in Harry Potter. Yeah, absolutely. Kind of like that, but there's one that's inside our mind that we can create literally. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. I appreciate you guys for being here. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Please like this video. Tap that notification bell. If you would like to make a donation, there is a PayPal link and Cash App link in the chat and in the description box below. But know that I'm happy with your likes, your shares, your subscribes. All that stuff helps this channel grow. Thank you for being here with me today. I love you guys. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Until the next reading, you guys, peace be with you. Have a wonderful day.